I became a change maker because I saw a need for the Asian women, especially Pakistani Mirpuri, because there was no one who could help them to translate, to encourage them to go for screening, to know about the breast cancer or anything about their bodies, and they were just hiding away. And because I could understand them and I can understand their language, so I have like this link in between change makers and into my Pakistani community or Kashmiri community.
Well, we did the breast awareness at church, and we also got the artificial breasts for them to feel, to find out where the lumps are, what the lumps feel like. And we also had the men who was there, and they got themselves involved, and they enjoyed to know what was happening with breast cancer, because they didn't realise that men could have breast cancer as well.
Being with other people who were interested in helping other people help, to do with their health. And it's been really good fun meeting all of these people who want to just help other people.
I wore the costume just to get people to be more aware of the symptoms, like spot the signs and symptoms. So we walked up and down the market, we got donations, we got a raffle, we done a tombola, we raised cash for awareness, and we gave out prizes. Well, we had a good response. We spoke to a lot of people that day. A lot of people took interest in what we was doing, and we didn't have to approach people. They came up to us and was asking us questions, you know what I mean? And with the dog as well, the spotted the dog, it gets a lot of interest, so we did get a lot of people coming and talking to us.
I was involved in, I went into, Bulwer Market with the Macmillan van, which I thought was really interesting because I was able to get involved, to interact with the people, with the community, and I found it so interesting because it brings about, we've been talking about cancer, but actually getting involved to really see, the impact it has on the community. And again, it's having those skills of being able to talk to people about cancer.
I think like in Meadows, we did a training about the breast cancer, and it was interesting because I learned more about maybe other things I didn't know before, but now I can explain to someone about the breast cancer.
Well, I think you need to go back a little bit in time, and I'm sure for anybody listening to this, it will be perfectly clear that I had cancer myself. Throat cancer a number of years ago. And, one of the reasons I really was interested in this was that it engages with local people. And I sometimes feel that we wait until somebody's got cancer, and then once that happens, you want to meet somebody who's also had cancer, find out what it's like from them and how they've gone through treatment. And that seems to be the wrong way about it. We should actually be in communities talking to people now about the possibility of cancer, because the figures are getting better. The earlier somebody's seen, the earlier somebody gets diagnosed, the better their outcomes.
Well, it's very important for the patients to come as early as possible. At the end of the day, we sincerely hope that there's no major problem, but obviously the earlier they come, the earlier it can be diagnosed, and if necessary, the treatment can commence.
I think it's essential for local people to be involved with spreading the message about bowel cancer symptoms and the other cancers involved, because I am one person, our group are a small group in the whole population. We will not see everybody. We will not be able to communicate with everybody. It has to be your best friend, your next door neighbour, the people around the corner who can teach you, educate you in the basics of knowing this is something that you should go to your doctor about.
Very many cancers are actually curable now. Heart failure is actually a more serious and terminal condition than cancer overall, and yet it doesn't attract the same fear in people's minds. And I think part of the project is to turn around that idea that cancer is something that you don't want to discuss or even mention, and B, that it's something that once you've got it's the end, that there's no hope, because nothing could be further from the truth.
Well, I used to think it was about an individual patient. It's the ripples of the families, the friends, the colleagues. Everybody who's touched and diagnosed with cancer has lots of people who feel that loss or lack of that individual as they used to be. You know, that's something we could make a difference for. That's where Changemakers really drives home for me.
Changemakers is a really fantastic project. You know, we're raising awareness about the signs and symptoms of bowel cancer awareness, breast and lung. So if people want to get involved, we'd really love you to get involved.